Go ahead, Charles.
Well, I defended Obama earlier purely in the sense that I didn't think he could win here. Whatever he said, if he didn't say anything, he would have lost. If he said something, he'd have lost. I feel bad for him in this situation. But Buck, just to push back slightly, I mean, I absolutely agree with you that you cannot charge or dismiss this police officer, which is what the Black Panthers called for earlier, without knowing what happened. I also agree that Al Sharpton, I think, isn't being particularly helpful, and obviously these riots give it a bad image. But it is odd that the police yesterday promised that they would release the name of the officer, and then today didn't. Now, if there's a good reason for that, that's fine.
But threats against his life,
I
probably,
understand
Charles.
That.
He's probably going to be killed if his name is released.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is I don't think the police have dealt with this particularly well. Now, whether it's fair or not, the community feels a certain way to the extent that they're rioting. They said they would release the name, and then they didn't. Today, they haven't yet interviewed him, but Chris Hayes has. I'm just suggesting that there is...
You mean the witness,
yeah, the witness. I'm suggesting that... And then today, obviously, with this rioting going on and with this custom of people walking up to the police with their hands in the air, which is silly, but that's what people are doing there, they send in a bunch of local police officers that look like troops. I don't think authorities have handled this very well, even if the cop in question is wholly innocent.
Well, the argument... Do we still have Chris? Is Chris still available?
Yeah.
Chris, let me ask you a question. So Charles made the point that sending the police in riot gear and, you know, with riot everything and tear gas, it doesn't send a great message to the community. But given what the community engaged in, do you think that that was an appropriate response?
I think it was an appropriate response. You know, a lot of the community leaders were upset that the police were out there with AK-47s and with guns. But if you look at it earlier in the day, you know, they were calling to kill the police. So you can't expect them not to, you know, be armed for some type of possible looting or anything. I mean, it's natural. You know, one of the things that has really made this situation very tense is the lack of information. The press conference that the police department held on Sunday really shouldn't have had it, because it really gave no information. And because we haven't really gotten a lot of information, there's been a lot of speculation. The lawyer for Trayvon Martin's family is the lawyer for this particular family. He has characterized this incident as an execution. You have Reverend Jackson today saying that when he saw this situation, he was outraged. So you have a lot of people kind of throwing fuel on a situation where we don't have a lot of information, and the incident is really barely 36 hours old.
I was just going to, it's